It's 31 Days of Horror, 31 Days of Halloween, 2015, day 21. As we wind on down the road, our movies taller than our souls, I'm guessing, I don't know. Alright, so yeah, we're still in the early 1990s, and we have a film that I'm not saying is good by any stretch of the imagination, but I mean, just for what it is, I mean, I think it achieves way more than it probably should have. And it's one of the more underappreciated films in a very underappreciated little trilogy. The series, Maniac Cop by William Lustig. Yes, the same guy who did Maniac went on to make another movie with the term Maniac in the title. So this guy has the Maniac genre, I think, on lockdown. This guy all the credit in the world. So yeah, Maniac Cop 2 is the film we're looking at. And, you know, kind of going back to it, do you need to know what happened in Maniac Cop 1 to really fully appreciate the Maniac Cop 2 experience? Well, kind of the same way, you know, we talked about Sleepaway Camp 3 a couple days ago. I mean, it doesn't really hurt to kind of have the first movie under your belt as a referential point. But I think overall, just as a standalone offering, you can kind of watch Maniac Cop 2 just as a single serving, and it tells you enough about the original film that you kind of get the background. You know who Matt Cordell is, you know who the basic characters are, and that's just pretty much enough to kind of get you through it. So yeah, you don't really need a prerequisite course. You can hop right into Maniac Cop 2 and just enjoy it for what it is. So for those of you who are playing catch-up, Maniac Cop 1, really kind of an underrated little B movie. It's about a cop who's like really hardcore, and he beats up guys, and he's doing a lot of police brutality. And eventually he gets set up because the squad doesn't like him. He's getting in trouble. And let's see, he gets sent to Sing Sing, and he's set on fire, and apparently he's killed by inmates. But this being a horror film, through like some cosmological fluke, he's brought back from the dead. And now he's basically just like George Zimmerman with a badge. Zombie George Zimmerman with a badge. And, you know, he's just running around, you know, taking the law into his own hands, killing people. Innocent, guilty, whatever. He's Maniac Cop. As the name would imply, not law-abiding, just really violent. And the first movie ended with him, you know, getting killed by Bruce Campbell. And this one, I'm not going to try to give away too much of the plot because there's some pretty big twists here that I think are pretty entertaining and kind of out of left field. It follows the number one rule of a horror film, as described by Sir Joe Bob Briggs. And that is that anyone can die at any moment. No one is safe. Main characters, heroes, whoever, what have you, they can all bite the bullet at any moment. And Maniac Cop 2 is certainly a film which extols that virtue. So I'm not going to say anything about the cast. So, yeah, Maniac Cop, you know, he's still out there. He's being a Maniac Cop. He's killing people. You know, he's getting in car wrecks and, you know, shooting people and just basically being, you know, a really violent guy and just taking the law into his own hands. I mean, it's one of those films where, of all of the archaic horror genres and forgotten horror series to be resurrected, I mean, considering our current environment, why hasn't there been like a Maniac Cop reboot? I mean, this is just like the most obvious thing in the world, you know, how socially relevant police violence is a political issue now. We don't have like the return of Maniac Cop. It's just so perfect. I mean, that's like the one like horror franchise that needs to be brought back. Nobody really has any interest in it. So, moving on. So, yeah, basically, don't want to give away too much of the plot, but it is pretty interesting. And what I love about this movie is it kind of throws like a huge swerve halfway through it, where you find out there's like this psychosexual rapist killer like also running around in New York. And he ends up like befriending Maniac Cop. They become like, you know, Henry and Otis and Portrait of a Serial Killer. They just like hang out and they have a little subterranean apartment. And eventually Maniac Cop comes up with this brilliant idea to get revenge by freeing all the prisoners from Sing Sing. Which I think is just such a brilliant plot mechanic. I never would have thought of it. But of course, you know, this being the low budget film it is, you know, it didn't really have sort of the money behind it to actually go out there and kind of make something that promising come to its fullest potential. Like I said, it is sort of a straight up slasher film in the traditional sense. So, I mean, they don't really try to do as much with the premise as they probably could have. But I mean, it's entertaining for what it is. Like I said, it's not a great movie by any stretch of the imagination, but it is entertaining. It goes in some pretty interesting parts. It kind of goes off script a couple of times. You know, it tries to give you some stuff that you probably would not necessarily think would happen in a film called Maniac Cop 2. And I admire that. You know, I like a film that keeps you second guessing, kind of throws curves at you, and you know, at least give you some quasi-interesting things to chew on. So for that, I'll give it 2.5 pieces of candy, 4 out of 4. Not a great film, like I said, but entertaining. You won't be bored if you watch it. And also, this film, oh my God, has the worst, best rap song I have ever heard. Stay through the end credits. You're going to want to hear this. It's going on my Halloween countdown. I'm playing it at full volume on the 31st. It's absolutely remarkable. You need to hear it. So Maniac Cop 2, not truly great genre filmmaking, but better than average genre filmmaking. And for the 1990s, I will certainly take that.